zombachu. Hey guys, I have a new redstone creation for you today. Now, as you can probably tell from the intro before, this does have something to do with armor, and that's because this is in fact an armor equipper, which is pretty cool. Now, these were really popular around half a year ago, but there's something special and different about this that I'd like to show you today. Now, as you see here, I'm not wearing any armor at all. Let me just grab a redstone dust, and that is in fact because this is budded. Yay! Look, armor now. So that's really cool. I'm really happy with the size I got it down to. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tall by 4 by 4. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will jump straight to the tutorial now. Alright, so to start things off, I'm going to start with my double extender and then the dispensers on each side. Make sure that they're facing inwards and not any other direction. Otherwise, it won't be an armor equipper, it'll be an armor spiller router. And then on any side, you could have a block next to that bottom piston, and then a dust next to that, and then constantly power that with a lever, and this works off of redirection buds, and that's why we have a redstone block there to constantly redirect that thing. Now have another piston facing downwards like that, a block next to there, have a dust there, have a block there, and then underneath that block have a lever and turn that on, and we just created a second redirection bud. So basically what that just does is if we were to power this and update this, as you see there, it is budded now. Yay. Now, next to that, on top of this block, you're going to want to have your cauldron and water and comparator, just like that. Now, this is the this powers the monostable. That'll trigger the retracting sequence, finish that off, and also power the dispenser so it can do its thing. And yep, that's what this is right here. As you see, when this were to retract, then what happens is this turns off because the comparator is constantly on, and then it turns off, and it does that little cool thing like that. Sends a cool little one-tick pulse. But what's cool about this kind of monostable is that you can also use a torch tower coming out of it directly. So I'm going to do that right now, and then I'm going to need a repeater there, block, and then have another couple blocks there, repeater on 3, block, dust, and then on this side you're going to want to have a piston facing downwards going into a repeater like that, so when that extends down it'll power this dust. And that is all of the redstone done right there. So what happens is, once again, when the whole thing gets updated, this is also being budded as well. So when the double piston extender retracts, this will retract as well. That'll allow this thing to do its one tick pulse. That'll first allow this bottom piston to grab the top piston. Then 2 ticks later, this torch will power that piston to grab the block down. And then this uses a weird quirk with torches. Now, usually this wouldn't, because it's timed the same as that piston, it wouldn't allow for the dispensers to actually give you the armor. It'll just spit it into the block instead of spitting into the air above the block, because it'll be timed with the block. But with this torch up here, it does weird things that allow it to power later for some reason. I don't understand how that works, because usually this dispenser would power the same. But I don't know, it's just really weird like that, so enjoy trying to figure that out. But anyways, that just goes into a repeater, then a repeater on 3, and then this dust powers these 2 dispensers as well, and also activates this resetting sequence over here that unbuds everything temporarily, then buds it again. Now, while it's unbudded, so it's actually being powered, this piston extends down, and then that'll just update that dust, which will update this. So because it's actually being powered, the double extender will rise up, and then when this turns off, now it's being budded again. So that's really cool. Now to finish this off, you're going to want to grab your armor. I'm still wearing mine, so I could just take that off and then fill these dispensers up like that. And over here like this. And I'm just going to skip to when the last 2 are filled up, and I could show you how to reset the sequence. Alright, so I filled each one of my dispensers up. Now, to reset the system, all you have to do is power that top piston, bud the bottom one, and then unpower that top one. And as you just saw, a piece of armor flew out, and that was from this dispenser. And that was a really bad mistake on my part. You should actually be refilling your dispensers after you reset the system, not before. Otherwise, you're going to have to chase down whatever's in that dispenser over there. So yeah, this should be working now, but there is a 50-50 chance that something weird will happen. Basically, it might give me half my armor and not the other half, but let's see if it does that or not. Oh, as you see, it's being a good boy today, but in previous recordings and stuff, it didn't give me armor from these two dispensers, and if that happens to you when you first build it, basically all you have to do is log out of the world, and then log back in, and then you should be good after that. It'll work perfectly normal. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. The world download will be in the description as usual, and until next time, goodbye.